Made that one up on some new language on reset. Here, is this one resetting on Patel?
Jeff, I thought he was set for two.
Yeah, he's on, I'm sorry, he is set for number two. Yeah, on the trial.
Just so come back down. Yeah, so come back.
Okay, who we have here is Emily. In cause number 20-36001, you are Emily. Is it Beth Ann?
Yes.
Jones? There's a motion to revoke unadjudicated probation that was filed on December 3rd of last year. You were here with your attorney, Mr. Dusler. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, we can.
Right, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
In summary, ma'am, this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation states that in this criminal district court of Jefferson County, Texas, on January 25th, 2021, that would be 5 years ago, you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for the offense of accident involving, and we misspelled this one, didn't we?
We just stopped typing. It should say serious bodily injury, Judge.
Any objections to correcting this?
Please. Normally I catch that. I apologize.
You're not going to let that happen again, are you?
I hope not. I don't like making mistakes, Judge.
Nobody does. How you deal with a mistake? It's
Yes, sir. I've heard that somewhere before.
a good saying. Accident involving serious and what is it, bodily injury, I
Yes, sir.
presume?
Yes, sir.
No, that's not the way it's accident involving bodily injury. So what do we do? Take serious out and put bodily injury?
Don't be take serious, misspelling is serious and put accident involving injury.
The objection?
No.
If it was serious bodily injury, it would have been a second degree felony.
Yes, sir.
Higher. This is a third
Yes.
degree felony.
Yes, Judge.
Is all of that true? That you were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for accident involving bodily injury?
Yes, sir.
And essentially, the essence is when an accident occurs, bodily injury can occur or worse, death. And the key, though, is when there is an accident involving bodily injury, you have a duty to provide reasonable assistance, stay, deal with any injured party, include making arrangements for transporting or getting help as needed for medical treatment. And apparently you must have left the scene. Well, that's, this person did not pass, hopefully.
No, sir.
And that's what you always have to worry about. Is somebody came along and must have helped them, but you have the obligation under the law to stop and stay, not run off. So it's a third degree felony that you've been placed on probation for. Is all of that true and correct?
Yes.
Council 1 and 2.
Allegation 1 provides that you provided urine samples on or about August 28th, September 4th, September 9th, September 16th, September 23rd, and September 30th, 2025, all showing the scientific analysis of the presence of tetrahydrocannabinol or marijuana, which is a violation of condition 10 of your deferred order, which is do not use or possess any drug unless it's prescribed. Is that allegation true?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know the defense suggested 1 and 2, but we would like to be on counts 3 and 7.
Three states that you were unsuccessfully discharged from the Residential Substance Abuse Treatment Center on or about October 14th, 2025, which was in violation of condition 12 of your deferred or unadjudicated probation order that the court placed you on. Is that true and correct?
Yes.
And that's it. 12 states attend rehabilitation, treatment, residential programs, and counseling as directed, and pay for said treatment as directed and provide verification of such. Really, from probation, we really ought to change that one. As I'm looking on its wording, it ought to be attend and successfully complete. Now, we don't have that in there, but she didn't attend. So, but it says attend rehabilitation, treatment, residential programs, and counseling as directed, and pay for and provide verification of such. It should include attend and successfully complete. Those two words. That's 12. We're tinkering as we go by. Okay. Is that allegation number 3 true? That you unsuccessfully were discharged from the residential abuse treatment center in October of 25?
Yes.
And 4 goes on to allege a bunch of series of you failed to abstain from intoxicating substances. You provided your examples.
You addressed that in count 1, Judge.
But these are these the same dates?
Yes, sir. The state's
Okay, why are you
interested
doing
in
that?
sets, Judge.
That was kind of odd. That's just a,
Well,
I don't see the whiteout.
They're different conditions, Judge.
count 1 is providing a sample showing the presence of substances.
It was a different,
use of.
it was different, yeah, well, not double jeopardy or. There, I've got it. Here it is.
Oh.
Okay, then the next one,
My preference is 7, Judge.
and then finally 7, you failed to enter and successfully complete the Jefferson County Drug Intervention Program, which was in violation of a special amendment to your probation. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you pleading then true at 1, 3, and 7 out of this motion to revoke unadjudicated probation voluntarily, and because those allegations of violations are true and correct as they are alleged? Do you understand that a violation of 1 or more of the terms of probation, that is enough to grant a motion to revoke probation? Your probation can be revoked. You can be now found guilty and sentenced up, this is a 3rd-degree felony, to no less than 2, no more than 10 years confinement in prison. Knowing the importance of all of this, do you insist on pleading true to these allegations 1, 3, and 7 from this motion to revoke probation?
Yes.
I find you are pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true in this matter. Let me see where we head here. I don't see an agreement.
We have not
There's some.
submitted,
Okay,
we have not submitted a joint agreement.
all right, this unagreed.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. They may go first and last. What do you want to do?
Judge, the artist said, this lady is pregnant and that'll prevent us from being able to send her to safety. That's what we had initially wanted. And well, our preference is to reset this matter for an updated PSI to give the probation officer an opportunity to explore some options.
When are you expected to deliver?
July.
That's problematic because as I understand, the wait period is not that long, so we can't order it at this stage. So I've asked the probation officer to come up with some stopgap measures in between.
When were you arrested? I'm thinking along here. When was you arrested and put in custody?
December 18th.
There was, this motion was filed on December 3rd, right? Okay. So,
And I'll be honest, Judge, part of the reason why I had her plead to counts 3 and 7 is to show Your Honor efforts that have already been made to try to curb this activity before we got to you at this stage. And it's pretty apparent that she's struggling, to use your term, she's free falling, and we've got to do something.
you're, we're looking at a period from August through September where you were consistent in showing positive urine screens, one after another, after another, after another, through, at least through September 30th. And then, which can't be good for the pregnancy because you became pregnant the next month, if my math is right. It was, I've got 2 children. You have responsibilities. Do you have any children right now?
Yeah.
How old are they?
7-year-old and a 4-year-old.
And you're using drugs?
Um,
No, you were using drugs when you had those children.
yes, sir. They were in custody of my grandparents.
Were they your children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, don't you have a responsibility, just as the mother of the child, to be a role model
Yes.
and to set a good example? Oh, you weren't doing that, were you?
Yes.
Where were you getting your drugs from?
The store.
At the store?
Yes, sir.
You're getting your marijuana at the store?
The dispensary.
Well, who's selling that at the store?
The dispensary behind Target.
Okay. They open for business 24 hours a day, are they?
I didn't smoke that much, sir.
But I'm sorry,
I didn't undertake drugs that much.
you tested positive over and over and over and over again.
It has stayed in my system.
Oh, is that your medical analysis?
No, no.
Mhm.
I had
So you start testing positive August 28th. And then what is the last time we did it? September 30th? When we finally decided that enough was enough and your then a motion to revoke probation was filed. You know, if you're free, you were free falling, and it's a good thing we got you in jail. Generally, they don't provide drugs in the jail. They do a good job of trying to stop that. That's what you needed, if not for you, at least for the well-being of the child and your other children that you have that you weren't role modeling for. All right, go ahead.
It's the way the probation officers described her removal from both of those programs, she's not only been self-destructive to herself, but a lot of others as well. If she's going to remain on probation, my goal was to have her go to safety, but you understand the problems there. I just don't think she's going to do well unless it's an incredibly structured environment. The other option I don't like for her either, again, because of the pregnancy, and that's, I offered 5 years as far as that's concerned, but ultimately at some point in time, she's
You can
got to
get
be
10
held.
years, you know, understand that. You can be sentenced to 10 years in prison.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I don't know, Judge. I just really haven't, this all came up this morning as far as me learning about her situation. So we haven't had a chance to explore other options. That's why I'd like to give the probation department an opportunity to see if there is another option before I have to stand here and ask for pen time.
Okay. What's the defense?
There's no question that she needs assistance and she wants it. You know, it looks like an awful lot of positive testing.
Well, it is.
It is, but it's over a period of 1 month. And it's not unusual for marijuana to stay in your system for 6 to 8 weeks. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that since that time, she's still been reporting and she did not test positive after that date. So I think once she realized she was pregnant, she's trying to clean up her act. She does need help. We want her to get help. She's not eligible for safety right now because of the pregnancy. But and I know she had problems on the other programs, but at least for right now, I would say let's try to put her back in one of these programs and see how it works. And if it doesn't, well, then safety would be an alternative after that. Whichever one. I think she's also been attending Narcotics Anonymous as well. You know, so and she attended college as well. Yeah. So if we could put her in one of those programs again and give her a chance, and maybe she can be successful at this time. If not, we can always revert to safety.
So if you look at the administrative hearing, Judge, that was conducted on November 5th, the department realized actually ordered
Let me see,
safety, and that's when we discovered she
can I
was
see
pregnant.
probable cause affidavit under offense
So the
here?
underlying offense code, I don't have that, but I do have the PSI.
Here, Lacey.
That's always going to be fast.
We should leave it close.
Drug tax is always going to be part of this, or the don't make it something that should be managed. I don't hear.
If that's not sufficient, Judge, I can get you a copy of the PC.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
That name here, let me see that again. Yes, thank you. That's a victim here.
Do you have the PC or do you need it?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah, it was. It starts off though with the victim who had a strong odor of alcohol. I mean, everybody was drinking here. The victim and the person and this lady who hit him. Everybody's driving and operating vehicles and are intoxicated in this one, the victim and the other and the defendant. She admitted hitting somebody on a motorcycle while she was too scared to get out of the car and check. And you even said to the police you thought the victim was dead. You would kill the victim. But he lived. Well, if this isn't poster for don't get intoxicated. Everybody involved, the victim on a motorcycle and you in a vehicle, We're both intoxicated. Different people.
The English saw the child. First last year was added. Beyond was 25 at life.
Back. The victim was so out of it, he attempted to leave the hospital nude,
Yeah.
which would have gotten some attention, I guess.
Victims years of age. All that put aside.
All right, otherwise, have you ever been in trouble with drugs before, ma'am? Okay. You just lied to me, didn't you? Didn't you? You just lied to me because I know what your criminal history is. The first thing out of your mouth is a lie to me. That's what you're going to be doing. He's asking for probation. You're not going to get it when you lie to the court. So tell me about your drug history, because I've got it here.
When I was.
Don't even lie. Don't ever do that. You're under oath anyway.
When I was 17, I had a.
You're old enough at 17 to be treated as an adult. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I had a possession, but it
Mhm.
was,
Yeah. Hardin County.
yes, sir.
Mhm.
But it was deferred adjudicated. It was,
Yeah, that's still a crime. You were charged with a crime and put on probation.
I thought if it was deferred, you weren't charged with it.
You're charged. You can't you can't prosecute someone if they're not charged.
Okay.
You weren't found guilty, but you were charged with a crime and placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation. First opportunity you had, you would tell me a falsehood. That's no way to deal with your responsibilities, man. Yeah, you were put on 6 months deferred or unadjudicated probation and fined $200. You were charged.
Okay.
Don't act like you weren't, because that's not the first time you were in trouble. You have a rich juvenile history of theft, assault causing bodily injury, theft. Then you become an adult, treated as an adult, right off the bat, possession of marijuana. Now, here we go, accident involving injury. Thank
Thank you, Judge.
And we put you on deferred or unadjudicated probation, and now we've got these problems back on drugs, and the thing is, you knew you had a problem and you didn't deal with it responsibly.
That's why I became Narcotics Anonymous. And
No, that's good. It's getting drugs illegally. That's your problem. Over and over and over again. That's your problem. Not attending help. You need to do that. You're here because you made one mistake after another after another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Specific urine samples were tested and they were all positive. All right. Okay, how do we deal with it? Let's finish this.
Judge, I would like to see if we can get her in either back in the JCDI or the other program. And see how she does on that. That would be the residential substance abuse program, or JCDI, see how she does on that. If she does not do well, we can back readdress it with possible safety.
Okay, what about with her pregnancy How's that working? Gonna work?
She's eligible for those programs being pregnant.
Only eligible for residential programs, or JCDI, outpatient treatment programs, which she was currently in JCDI when she got the positives, and then she has attended a residential treatment program and was unsuccessfully discharged for fighting.
For what?
Fighting.
Fighting. Fighting. You weren't guilty of that either, right?
It was a verbal disagreement, sir.
You can't get along with people? Between committing crimes and. So what I'm more worried about is the child. I seem to be worried about that because that's the way I am, but the well-being of the child who's not at fault here. The mother is at fault again.
And from
What are we doing? What's in the best interest of the child? Where do we put, where can we put her? Because she's going to use drugs. She's, oh, you're not. Didn't you make a promise when you were put on probation not to?
yes, sir, but I've been
But you violated that promise. I'm not going to trust your word.
on probation 5 years and this is my.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're supposed to be on probation for 10 years. You committed, you can't say, I tripped at the finish line. I should get the participants medal. No, you didn't complete the task. The task is complete probation, which you haven't done. You've committed violations of probation. All right, what do we do?
I'm gonna suggest drug patch and residential
What,
program for now, and let's see how she does till baby's here.
why not keep her in jail?
You have the ability to do that. Judge.
I know, but
think
what's
you
in the
can-
best interest of the child is what I'm worried about.
That could
I don't
protect the
trust her
child.
going out, getting access to drugs.
If you
Don't
want,
don't even shake your head, man.
Judge, if you want to
You're gonna
order
read your-
upfront time and that time can end at the time in which we can move her from there to safety, I would agree with that because I really don't want to ask for prison time for her under these circumstances.
I'm looking to what's in the interest of the child, because I don't trust them.
That is a
And
possibility.
they don't dispense the drugs in the jail.
No, sir. She's probably the cleanest she's been right now in quite a while.
I've been clean.
That is a possibility that, you could do some upfront jail time and then safe P after that. But, she's actually preferring to try to do something with a drug patch here.
I don't trust
One
her.
of these programs
I
here.
don't trust her. I'm thinking about the well-being of the child. There's your probation order. I highlighted it in yellow. Read that out loud.
Yes.
You signed it. You promised. Well, read it.
I agree to follow all conditions imposed upon me, and I know that this community service can be revoked for any violation.
Okay. How many violations of that promise did you make?
3 years.
No, you didn't.
Wasn't
You
it?
can't even tell the truth
It was-
right now. No,
I thought.
You
it was
put
one
it, you
reason.
put it,
Provided-
yeah, true with the.
you provided urine samples 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that showed positive. You were unsuccessfully discharged for the residential substance abuse. That's a 7th mistake. And then failed to enter and successfully complete the JCDI. 8, but you promised. I'd agree to follow all of it. So your promises aren't
That was-
resonating truth.
Sir, you know, the child, I am,
Where are you getting your marijuana from?
I got it at the dispensary.
What, from whom? Who is it that's distributing it illegally?
I don't know. Like, what's,
Oh, yeah.
Would it
What's her
legally
name?
obtained at the dispensary?
yes, they served, like, they had, like, items and stuff there.
Mhm.
I don't.
It's at the legal-
I
I don't even know what
years
she's
ago.
talking
I didn't
At the
know.
legal medical dispensary, you had a prescription, they gave it to you,
I didn't have a prescription.
but they gave it to you anyway.
Yes.
All right, the police are gonna talk to you about that one. I want to hear how that's happening. How they're, because I'm sure everybody watching wants to know how to get the free drugs. What did it cost you for that? Free? They're just giving it out free? They're giving tetrahydrocannabinol marijuana free from a dispensary. All right,
No, sir.
that's a made for TV movie. I want to see that one. we're gonna hear more about that, because I'm gonna ask law enforcement to get to the bottom of that. That's a mess. That's ridiculous. Nonetheless, you can't use drugs. Sorry, you can't go out and buy marijuana.
I
Don't
didn't
even
do it
talk
in 4
about it.
years. I didn't know how to do it.
You have a probation officer. They were supposed to guide you, and they do. They're 93% success.
Yeah, they did great.
They did great. You failed. You failed.
Yes.
Right. So get to this. What do we do? I don't want to amble him about. I mean, she's buying, she's accessing drugs illegally, and it's just they're giving it away for free. Well, she's not going to stop.
Yes, sir.
If it's,
I would
you
say,
keep interrupting. You just see, you know, you don't even follow rules of decorum, much less the rules of probation. You still are interrupting. You're going to get a chance to talk, Miss Interrupter. See, I think you kind of live in an environment where you have it on your terms only. And so you're kind of the boss of your environment, which you haven't done a good job for. And now you've got a child on the way that I'm more worried about than you are. It's apparent.
I'm gonna suggest residential substance abuse treatment program back in it with a drug batch.
What's awesome.
Judge, the
And the-
probation officer and I talked about it. We believe that if you order upfront time, that we can get to the point where we can put her in safety following that, but it has to be 180 days. And it's not it's the best way to get to
All
where
right.
we know everybody's protected.
I'm going to find that there is sufficient evidence supporting this motion to grant it by preponderance of the evidence or greater, as allegations 1, 3, and 7 are proven true. And the court can revoke your probation and sentence you up to 10 years in prison. What I'm going to do is right now continue you on probation. As a term of probation, you must serve 180 days in the county jail immediately, so that the county jail is going to be supervising you. You can't be trusted out there on your own. You've proven time and time again that you go toward the marijuana, and your child's health interest is more important to me than it seems like to you. At least in the jail, you're going to be clear of drugs through the time of giving birth for the child.
Yes, sir.
And that's the order of the court. When after that has occurred, then we will have another hearing on where we should go. What other terms and conditions of probation need to be addressed. But the court has had enough of your illegality.
Wait, sir, may I please?
The court's rulings are what they are. And I've heard what you want, and your wishes have only caused you trouble because you have been, whatever it is about your character right now, you are unable to conform to not using drugs. And you still keep forgetting you're bearing a child which needs, whose health is of foremost importance to you. That's the order of the court. Okay, that is all. Thank you. Who's next?
Corey Morgan,
Corey Morgan.
something.